This is the muscle building TRX workout. It's 5 sets of exercises. You can do each set 2 times through, doing the upper, the lower, and the core, or you can do the upper and lower and hit the core 1 time. I'm going to show you each set of exercises, and then you can come back to me if you're unsure of the next set. The first set's going to start with a one-legged squat. 2 options for the one-legged squat. The first one is going to be making your legs in the shape of a figure 4 and sitting back so that those knees don't go over the toes, coming down and pushing through those heels, coming straight up. The more difficult version is doing a pistol squat. You're going to sit back, go down into that squat, pushing straight back up, trying to use these the least amount that you can. Second exercise is a bicep curl. Bicep curl, you're only moving the forearm. This is the motion like this. This part of your arm stays stationary. For all of the TRX exercises, when you're doing an upper body, you want to make sure 2 things. My body stays in alignment the entire time, no matter where I am at. My shoulders, my hips, and my knees are in alignment. It doesn't ever go back like this, and my knees don't go like that. Everything's in a nice straight plank. And whenever before I even get set, I pull those shoulders back in and get them set. I'm going to, for the bicep curl, just focus on moving that forearm up, bringing those hands back like by my ears and down. It's definitely a mind-body connection. What people tend to do is pull in. Make sure that you're not doing that. Make sure that you're pulling up and down. Okay, last exercise in this set is to hold a plank. Put those feet in the bottoms of the straps. And you have a choice. You can get into your plank on your hands or come down to your elbows and get into your plank. If you're in your elbows and you'd like to make it more difficult, you can rock back so that your eyes are at your elbow and forward. If you do that, you need to make sure that you're not hyperextending your back, letting those hips fall. You want to make sure that you're keeping that body nice and straight. Tucking those hips in and squeezing those glutes will help stabilize your body as you go back. It is significantly more difficult as you rock back. Okay, set 2. We are going to do a hamstring curl. You're going to put the bottom of your heel in the bottom of the strap, sole against the handle. So you're just going to put those in like that. Put your set your shoulders down in, either by you're putting your elbows down in or palms straight up. And I'm going to lift those glutes up as high as I can get those legs. As I have them up, I'm just extending my legs out straight so that I'm kind of like in a plank. A reverse plank and pull in. Out, in. You should feel that pretty quickly. The second exercise in this set is almost the reverse of the bicep curl. You're going to be facing away, and instead of this time, this part's still moving, but you're letting it come back and you're pushing forward. Last time you pulled, this time you're going to push forward. So, I get into a plank. I would start up nice and high until you get this motion down. You're going to hold that TRX in front of you. You're dropping at the elbows and pushing forward. To make it more difficult, and with any time with the TRX, to make it more difficult, you're going to make the slant, the depth a little bit more. To pull it out and make it a little bit easier, you're going to stand more upright. Just a small motion with your feet makes a big difference. But get yourself set. That back part of my arm doesn't move. Just the forearm goes out, pushing straight back up, making sure that you keep that body in that nice straight plank. Come out just like you did with the plank. But this time you're going to pull those legs in and out, making sure that when you come back out, you don't let those hips hyperextend. In, keeping your body nice and straight and out. Okay, set 3, we're going to do a reverse lunge. It's a great way to do a reverse lunge. You're just going to grab a hold of the straps. You're taking one leg back. As you go back, make sure that knee doesn't go over the toe and just drive back up. Trying to use that quad to pull you back up and not your arms so much. Second exercise in this set is going to be a close row. You're going to keep that body nice and straight, keep those shoulders set back in, pull those elbows back together, and extend those arms back out, making sure that you don't let those shoulders extend forward. To make it more difficult, you can get into like a bent knee plank, pulling up and down. Or if you really want to make it difficult, you set those feet against the wall or against the rack, pulling up and down. Okay, the core for this set is going to be an ab rollout. You're going to get yourself positioned like you did for that tricep extension, except for your arms are going to stay straight the entire time. Keep that body nice and straight. You roll straight out, keeping your body nice and straight. Pull those arms straight down. Your abs should be doing the work. Making it a little bit more difficult, you're going to step back, forward a little easier. Remember, your arms are straight out and down. Okay, I love this one. It is the one-legged split squat into a one-legged deadlift. You're going to have the toe of your shoe in the bottom loop. Take a nice step out. Going to push that leg back, dropping that knee down so that that knee does not go over your toe. Drive up through the heel, and you're going to go right into a one-legged deadlift. When I do that, I'm keeping that knee soft, but not bending it as I come back up. So you don't want to go, this does not want to be your deadlift. You're doing a split squat twice, really. So the motion is, I go back into like a split squat, push up through that heel, keep that leg straight, and stand up. The leg is straight but not locked out, okay? If you'd like to make it more difficult, you can add a weight. It makes it significantly more difficult, but it helps with the balance somewhat, so it's a trade-off. You sit back, holding that weight in the opposite arm, up, down, up, back, up, down, up. Okay, this is the reverse push-up for your upper body. You're going to get in a starting position just like you did for the ab rollout. Those arms are going to be in front of you. You're going to have your body nice and tight into a plank. You're going to lower yourself down, bending those arms into like a 90-degree, and pushing back, squeezing those chest muscles. Leaning back in makes it more difficult, out makes it easier, and the motion that you're doing with your arms out like this and pushing straight down. You have options. Feet go in the bottom. It's going to be a side plank. First option is just to hold the side plank. If necessary, you can put your hand down because it is a little bit of a challenge to keep that plank. If you feel like you can do a crunch with the side plank. You're drawing your legs in, crunching that elbow, and out. In and out. Okay, this is your last set, and we are going to do one of my favorites for the hamstrings. The TRX should be positioned a little bit higher. You're going to put the bottoms of your feet in just like you did with those hamstring curls. Get your body nice and set, arms in or elbow or palms up. I'm going to push up. I'm going to count 2. Push up, get into that curl, count slow down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I can, I'm going right back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I need to take a break in between, I come all the way to the ground. The upper body for this section is a Y pull. You're going to start with your hands facing each other and you're pulling out to a Y and down. Out to a Y, keeping the shoulder blades intact and down. Make sure your body's nice and tight. You're going to want to stay pretty upright for this until you get the hang of it. You get down into that plank and you pull with your arms up, with that, keeping them nice and straight, not bending. To a Y and back out. To a Y and back out. As you get better, you're going to step down into it more. Your lower body for this ends with the pike. So you are going to just put your feet in, just like you do whenever you're doing the planks or the crunch. Come out, get on your hands, and instead of bending your legs, you're keeping them straight, pulling up in the middle to the pike, squeeze, and back out. Squeeze, and back out.